Look, down front. In terms of imagination, I think I have a great imagination. Who else but this guy would design this, and everybody on the road is looking at it? It's amazing, actually. As soon as I saw it, I said, that is the coolest design. It's. Do you agree with that, Brian? I mean,
I do.
It's amazing.
Very cool. Yeah.
You got to give him credit.
We want the future to look like the future, and it's kind of what kind of truck would Blade Runner drive? That was the design idea.
Okay, so you know by now that Trump's trade war and Elon Musk's decimation of the government haven't been good for the country or for Elon Musk's reputation. And because Tesla is so closely tied with Elon Musk, as people start to despise and look down on him more and more, and that's just such a shame that it's happening, Tesla's been hurting. And so Trump, president of the United States, and Elon Musk, kind of president of the United States, they spent yesterday hawking Teslas outside of the White House. That is a thing that actually happened. Not like an event where, oh no, the auto industry is doing bad, so we're gonna get like the big three here and we're gonna show you F-150 and we're gonna do whatever Chevy is doing, whatever. I actually have a Chevy, I don't know why I'm making fun of them. But like, hey, hey, look at American automobile. That's not what happened at all. And that would be kind of weird. It was just the president being like, hey, this thing over here, bang, bang, bang. He just like knocks on it or whatever. I don't think this looks stupid at all. I totally wouldn't be embarrassed to drive in this or in anything. I'm a billionaire. I would never drive myself around. I think it looks cool, like the future. And that's a thing that actually happened. Just trying to help Elon Musk sell some cyber trucks to conservatives or whatever, which, considering the truck's propensity for taking off the fingers of its owners, I'm not even necessarily against. But it was an odd event. Let's just admit that, and here is more of it.
Hello, President Trump. Are you looking to buy or lease today?
Well, I'm going to buy. And I'm going to buy because, number one, it's a great product, as good as it gets. And number two, because this man has devoted his energy and his life to doing this. I think he's been treated very unfairly by a very small group of people. So I just wanted to make a statement. I'm going to buy one. Now, here's the bad news. I'm not allowed to drive because I haven't driven a car in a long time, and I love to drive cars. But I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it. I'm going to let people at the place use it. And they all are all excited about that. I'm not allowed to use it. Can you believe it? Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful.
Can you start it?
Should I?
Oh my God, please tell me more about how the Democrats are all disconnected elites. Everything's computer. Because not only have I not driven a car for so long that I'm apparently barred from doing so. I don't even know by who. Melania, your doctor? Common sense, the laws of physics. Who is stopping you, alpha male silverback gorilla, from driving a car, which you love to do, even though you haven't done it for so long that you're not legally allowed to? And so he hasn't driven a car. He hasn't even been in a car, I guess, for long enough that he doesn't even know that they have screens in them now and everything's computer. It's not just in Teslas that it's like that. That's what cars are like these days, for good or ill. And also he's sure that they're great cars, they're the best quality, even though he's literally never driven one. And he doesn't appear to know anything about the actual cars. And look, Teslas have some benefits. They have some negatives as well. I could go off on both of those, but he couldn't because he doesn't know anything about it. Which means not only that he had to give that weird little endorsement that was kind of fact-free or whatever, but that also, if we could just zoom in on the paper that was in his hand, he was provided notes. Because again, he doesn't know anything about the thing he's telling his fans to buy. And so it's got a list of the prices, which aren't super important for our like this conversation, except to note that they are very high. These are expensive cars. It's one reason that arguably if you really cared about growing Tesla, maybe instead of putting years of engineering work into producing a massively overpriced vanity project like Cybertruck, you would have put it into developing a more affordable EV that more people could actually purchase. And that might have actually earned you some goodwill amongst not just like rich conservatives who are gonna buy that because the only thing they need in life is somebody to look at me, please, on the street. You could have had actual people buying your car, but he didn't do that. Instead, because he's a terrible CEO, he wasted all this time and money to produce something that appears not to be a very good truck. So anyway, we're gonna discuss, we have more to talk about, and it's not just us that thinks this is a weird thing to devote all your time to as people are suffering economically. Even Fox is getting in on it, and we will talk about that. But Sharon, what'd you make of this little infomercial? Sorry, I mean White House meeting.
Well, I noticed when you showed the paper he was holding, again, hands are very small. That's just something that jumped out at me. They're just so small. Maybe it's the way he was holding it. But listen, what's gonna happen next is there's gonna be a whole fleet of these things. And I know Elon's already sold some, and the feds are gonna buy these cyber trucks. That's what the president will begin riding in. And yeah, you're right. It doesn't matter what they get, when you have to recharge them and that kind of thing, because these are for the elites. The president knows nothing about that. And he hasn't driven in a while because he's been chauffeured around, or in some jurisdictions, if you don't pay the fine, they take away your driver's license. I don't know what he owes E. Jean Carroll is part of that, but I'm just saying that could be something, that we need to look into. But this is there I go again, one of the more recent nutty things this guy is doing. And I don't know what's happened to him or if they're giving him something that makes him compliant. He's doing even nuttier things than usual. And this time they don't necessarily benefit him. They don't have anything to do with him, okay? He's just, whose idea was it? Elon asked him to go outside the White House and start touching Teslas, okay? And he agreed to it. What's in it for him? The free Tesla? It's just, this is whack-a-doodle-do time. Crazy, and small hands.
And definitely small hands. Can we just briefly go back to that photo one? Because I understand that most people will be like, oh, it's weird that he has to have these big notes, again, written in Sharpie too, that that's not a very big thumb. But also, what's going on with his thumbnail there? Is it self-tanner that rubbed off? Or is he is he rotting like Steve Bannon? What is going on? You can't say, I have a much bigger version of it on my screen. And only the part closest to the rest of the finger is a normal color. The rest of it is weirdly salmon colored.
Ooh.
I don't think it's healthy.
Those candies, sometimes it rubs off on you.
Maybe. I often eat them by balancing them on the back of my thumb for very long periods of time in the sun. But anyway, very strange.